Futures trading involves a substantial risk of loss and may not be suitable for all investors. Therefore, carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial.
To China. What's that mean? Oliver Sloup is with Blue Line Futures in Chicago. And Oliver, another flash sale to China. I've got us somewhere around 56 million bushels in just 2 weeks. This has been good purchases. Am I correct?
Yeah, good purchases. Obviously, it looks like the market wants to see bigger and more frequent purchases, but we're certainly going in the right direction, and you're seeing a little bit of relief in these grain markets, potentially on the back of that, potentially some of it just being on the back of oversold conditions, more so for that soybean market, which had the RSI, or the Relative Strength Index, at the lowest levels of the year. So some relief from these levels isn't really, too unexpected, I would say. We're basically right at the 200-day moving average for that March soybean contract, 1065. If we can see additional relief and a closeout above here, I wouldn't be surprised to see that take us towards 1080 to 1085. And then moving over to the corn market, very, very constructive. We were kind of on the edge of do or die territory last week, but again, rallying back, little Santa Claus rally to start the week. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going. And like soybeans, corn's resting at the 200-day moving average, 446.25. We have not seen consecutive closes above the 200-day moving average since June. So we're at a very big inflection point for the market. If we can do that and achieve consecutive closes out above there, I think that could open the door for additional technical momentum to retest those November highs near 456, 457.
Hey, and I've got the December corn chart up right now, looking at next year's new crop. Is it giving us any indication the market might want acres?
Yeah, the new crop corn market has been pretty constructive as well. We've actually been looking at the new crop corn as a spread against the March contract, so kind of a bull spread along the March short, the new crop D's 26, and looking for that to come in. It's been about 20 under recently. We're looking for that to converge and for the March contract to continue to gain ground there. So that's the way we've been approaching it. A lot of time between here and next spring, that's for sure.
All right, Oliver, we'll take a break here. We'll come back in a moment. We've got a lot more to talk about when we talk markets here on Market Day Report. $1.50 higher, and in front of a quarterly hogs and pigs report from USDA, hog market is higher. Oliver Sloup's with Blue Line Futures, cattle on feed. Any surprises for you?
Not a whole lot of huge surprises in that report, as you'd mentioned, largely in line with the range of expectations, but probably a little bit of a bullish tailwind behind it, I guess you could say, so neutral to bullish, and we're seeing that in the price action here to start this week's trade. Looking at the live cattle in particular, I wouldn't be surprised to see the cash market maybe just kind of trade sideways here, which may be limiting some of the upward momentum in that live cattle contract. Feeder cattle, on the other hand, it looks like they want to continue to move a little bit higher and fill those gaps from October 27th. The feeder cattle index still above the market, so some room to work higher there potentially in the feeder cattle market. Today, probably be a fairly active trade, but over the tomorrow and Wednesday, I think things are probably going to start to die down quite a bit. So I wouldn't be expecting a whole lot of fireworks after this afternoon.
We also get the quarterly hogs and pigs report. Hogs have been rebounding 2 straight sessions higher. Any thoughts, any expectations?
We had a great close in the lean hog market on Friday, and that really set the table for some follow-through momentum in today's trade. Looking at that April lean hog market, I think if we can get out above 90, we can spur some technical momentum. One of the things that we've been keeping a very close eye on over the last several weeks is those headlines from Spain with regards to African swine fever. We wouldn't be surprised to see those headlines make more appearances here in the near future. Obviously, we've got the hogs and pigs report ahead of us, so some potential catalysts to give us that technical breakout into the end of the year.
Okay, and since we've got the holidays here, travel season is here as well. Looking at the energy sector, February crude up $1.14, 57.66. I don't think it's really reacting at all to the holidays, but any thoughts here before we go on energies?
Well, crude oil market marked multi-year lows last week, so seeing a little bit of technical relief, I think, here. I think there's some underpriced geopolitical risk, so I wouldn't be surprised to see crude oil maybe add on to the gains that we're seeing to start the week. But again, I think the upside probably going to be fairly limited near that $60 level.
Yeah, WTI's been higher 3 straight sessions. RBOB, or gasoline, up 3 straight. Here's diesel. And we're moving higher in trade this morning. And the last one, the nat gas market is lower after a higher close on Friday. Oliver, great to see you. Oliver Sloup is with Blue Line Futures, and Merry Christmas to you and the Sloup family. And by the way, Oliver gets to celebrate with Arthur and baby Harrison. Baby Harrison, his first Christmas.
Futures trading involves a substantial risk of loss and may not be suitable for all investors. Therefore, carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. All information, communications, publications, and reports, including the specific material used and distributed by Blue Line Futures LLC, shall be construed as or is in the nature of a solicitation for entering into a futures transaction. Blue Line Futures LLC does not employ research analysts or maintain a research department as defined in CFTC Regulation 1.71.